Welcome to your deep dive. Today we're all about Pilates.
Yeah,
Specifically, what you need to know about core concepts and exercises. No need to clear any floor space today, though. We're diving into the theory first.
I like it.
So, to get us warmed up, so to speak, we've got two awesome sources lined up.
Okay.
First up is an article from Very Well Fit called 12 Pilates Exercises to Work Your Core, packed with moves. And then we'll dig into a YouTube video from Jessica Vallant Pilates called Basic Pilates for Beginners 15-Minute Pilates Workouts.
Sounds like a plan.
Now, both sources make it clear that Pilates isn't just about getting those six-pack abs,
Right.
which, let's be honest, is what a lot of people think, right?
You're absolutely right. So many people, when they think Pilates, they think washboard abs. But it's so much deeper than that. Like this article, it actually highlights how Pilates strengthens those really deep internal muscles that support your spine and improve your posture.
It's almost like it's like building a strong internal corset, you know?
Okay, building an internal corset. Sign me up. But seriously, how does Pilates do that? So one key concept the YouTube video explains beautifully is articulation. And basically, it's this idea of moving your spine bone by bone as if you're threading beads on a string.
Okay, I can picture that.
Yeah.
So what makes that so beneficial?
Well, think about how many people have back pain.
Right, from sitting at a desk.
Yes. Articulation is like a countermeasure to that. It's mobilizing each segment of the spine, and it helps improve flexibility and strength in those often neglected muscles.
That makes a lot of sense. So instead of our spines getting stiff and achy, articulation keeps things moving smoothly.
Precisely. And this leads us to another important principle the video highlights, and that's disassociation. Essentially, it's about isolating specific muscle groups while keeping others still.
Okay, give me an example. How does disassociation actually work?
Okay, imagine trying to write your name on a chalkboard, but you're only using your fingertip.
Okay.
You'd have to concentrate to isolate those specific muscles while keeping your hand and arm still, right?
Right.
That's disassociation.
Ah, I see. So it's all about that mind-muscle connection.
That.
So how does that translate to Pilates and beyond?
Well, as you practice disassociation in Pilates, you develop incredible body control and stability, which not only helps you in your workouts, but also in everyday life.
So it's not just about looking good. It's about, feeling good and moving through the world with strength and confidence.
Yes.
Speaking of which, let's talk about how to get started. The Very Well Fit article suggests starting with some beginner-friendly warm-up exercises.
And they might seem simple, but these foundational exercises are absolutely critical.
Oh, why is that?
Well, because they're all about activating those deep core muscles and establishing proper form, which is absolutely crucial for preventing injuries.
So it's about quality over quantity, especially when you're just beginning.
Absolutely, because rushing through these warm-ups without engaging your core can actually increase your risk of injury. You want to think of it as laying the groundwork for a safe and effective workout.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
I'm all about working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Now, the article lists several warm-up exercises, but the one that caught my eye is the ab scoop. What makes that so effective?
The ab scoop is excellent because it really targets those deep abdominal muscles that are so essential for core stability. It's not about big movements. It's that really subtle scooping action that activates the muscles we really want to work.
So it's like fine-tuning your core before you rev up the engine.
Exactly. And as you progress in your Pilates practice, you'll find that this focus on precision and control becomes like second nature, and it translates into better posture and movement, just in everyday life.
Okay, so we've got our warm-up sorted. Let's dive into some of those core-engaging exercises from the Very Well Fit article. The 100 sounds intriguing, and that video demonstration, I don't know, makes it look almost easy.
Don't let the apparent simplicity fool you.
Well,
The 100 is a classic Pilates exercise for a reason. It is a powerhouse for your abs.
oh, tell me more.
Remember that principle of articulation we discussed earlier? The 100 challenges you to maintain core stability while you're coordinating your breath and the movement of your arms and legs. It's a symphony of coordination that strengthens and tones your entire midsection.
Okay, adding that to my list.
Yeah.
What else does this article highlight?
Well, they also mention the roll-up, which is fantastic for building strength and flexibility in your spine.
Roll up.
Yeah.
That sounds like it requires a lot of control.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
The roll-up is all about using your abdominal muscles to control the movement, peeling your spine off the mat, one vertebra at a time.
Okay.
Imagine trying to get up from lying down, but using only your core strength.
Okay. I can see how that would target those deep core muscles, and I bet it works wonders for improving posture, too.
It absolutely does. And speaking of a strong core and good posture, we can't forget about the plank, a staple
Yeah.
in many workout routines.
Right, the plank, everyone's favorite. But I actually thought that was more of a general strength training
Yeah.
exercise.
While it's definitely a great full body exercise, the plank is a fantastic core exercise as well. Like the Very Well Fit article emphasizes the importance of maintaining that straight line, head to heels, engaging not just your abs, but also your back, shoulders, even your glutes.
Wow. It's amazing how these exercises, like, connect different muscle groups,
Hmm.
working the body as a cohesive unit, kind of like that concept of articulation that we talked about. And you know me, I love a good side stretch, so I've got my eye on the saw.
Excellent choice. The saw is fantastic for targeting those obliques, the muscles that run along the sides of your core. And as a bonus, it improves spinal rotation and stretches those hamstrings.
I could already feel myself getting more flexible just thinking about it.
Right.
Okay, so what's the key to, like, really getting the most out of the saw?
Well, as the article mentions, focus on keeping your hips anchored and level as you twist. And think about lengthening through your spine. It's like wringing out any tension from your core.
Okay, love that visual. I'm adding that to my, like, mental Pilates toolkit. We've covered a lot of ground here. Any final thoughts before we move on? It's really striking how these exercises, like, combine strengthening with stretching. It's not just about building muscle. It's creating that balance between, like, mobility and stability.
Exactly. And that brings us to a great exercise. The article suggests for transitioning from your Pilates practice to, everyday life, and that's the wall roll down.
Okay.
It's a simple but really powerful way to like bring awareness to your posture.
Oh, I love that because it's so easy to go from a workout to, like, right back to slumping over our phones, right?
You're absolutely right. The wall roll down, it's like this gentle reminder to carry that core strength and alignment with us throughout the day.
So we're not just working out, but we're actually building, like, habits that benefit us all the time.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Pilates so much more than just a workout. It's a holistic approach to feeling better, moving better, and like every aspect of our lives.
Yeah. This deep dive has been amazing. We've gone from the core principles of articulation and disassociation to practical exercises like the 100, roll-up, and the saw. I'm actually getting excited to try these out myself.
I'm glad you're feeling inspired. And remember, it's not about pushing yourself to the limit. It's about listening to your body, starting slowly, and gradually building up your strength and endurance.
It's like we learned, work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
So as we kind of wrap up this Pilates power session, I want to leave you with something to think about. Knowing what we've learned about core strength and these Pilates principles, how can you incorporate them into your daily life even without doing, like, a full Pilates workout?
That's a great question. Maybe it's being more mindful of your posture while you're sitting at your desk, or engaging your core as you're lifting, heavy grocery bags, or maybe you try incorporating some of those warm-up exercises we talked about into your morning routine.
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that Pilates isn't just for dancers or athletes. It's for everyone. It's about building a strong, stable core that benefits us in, like, literally everything we do.
I couldn't agree more.
So there you have it, your deep dive into the world of Pilates. Now that you're armed with these core concepts and exercises, it's time to put them into practice and discover the incredible power of Pilates for yourself. Until next time, happy moving.